Okay, so this year you're going to be doubling up with Scunthorpe. How do you think that will benefit you as a rider?
Yeah, obviously the two tracks that I'm riding at, Scunthorpe and Stoke, are different types of tracks. One track you have to turn and one track you have to let it run on the corners, so I think that's going to be good for me in one aspect, and also just all in all two good clubs to ride for, and just excited to get it going really.
How do you rate the Luma Road track personally?
Luma Road tracks, it's an awesome place, you know. Dave does his best here and I like Dave loads, and track's good, so as long as he keeps preparing it like he were last year when I came here riding against Stoke, it'll be awesome.
Stoke have got Tony Atkin as captain again this season. With his knowledge of the track and knowledge of the club, will you be asking him for advice along the way?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think all six of us will definitely go into Tony and asking him for advice. And he's a good talkative guy as well. It's not like it's a guy that you have to be a bit nervous going up and approach. He's really friendly and kind bloke, so you can always just feel free to go up and ask him any questions, so that's good.
And you didn't score possibly as well as you could have here last season. How will you be using the first few meetings to make sure you get the best setup?
Yeah, you know, when you're riding against Stoke, it's obviously going to be hard. They had our Rory's riding an heat leader, and they did have two good heat leaders last year. But when I came here end of last year, I think my last meeting, I did win heat 13 and 15, which is against their top two riders. So that's definitely good.
Now, Ty Woffenden played a big part in getting you into the sport. Do you still speak to him and ask him for advice along the way, seeing as how quickly he's progressed in the sport?
Yeah, definitely. I've had a lot of advice off Ty, but it's down to me, you know. I've got to pick up little bits and bobs that are going to suit my riding style and how I want to do it, so definitely down to me.
How do you think Stoke's 2012 lineup looks compared to other National League teams, and how do you think the team can do this season?
I think we're a good team, you know. It's full of young guys, and Tony, you know, that's what you want in a team. As long as we can get his reserves going. I know Ben Reid's going to be, I reckon he'll have a big season this year. I don't really know too much about other guys, but if all team can get behind them, show them that the track's good and what's the best setups and stuff, we can sort it out. We can work as a team. That's what wins the league. If you work as a team, and obviously Dan Birks here today, and if we get talking to him and just help him out, really, it is a big help. I've seen it myself, and we've got to get there.
And finally, what are your personal ambitions for the 2012 season?
I definitely want to keep this #1 jacket. You know, that's all everyone does. But you never know what's going to happen. Engine failures and stuff like that can sort that out. So I will be trying my best to keep on top of my machinery. I just want to ride to as best as my ability and just keep trying. That's all I want.